What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're in the CCP and we'll be taking a look at Enchantress here. We got a 6-star rank 5 6200. So before we jump into the gameplay, I want to actually explain a little bit of her abilities as best as I can, because this is probably the most complicated champion we've ever seen. So starting with the abilities here, as you can see, her light and medium attacks power steal 1% of the opponent's power. This is exactly the same as White Tiger. That actually allows her to build up to a special one while the opponent has a special one as well. So you definitely get a lot more power than the normal champion. And then she's also immune to, ability and combat power rate, power lock, and all that stuff. And she also has that Chavez ability where if you don't do an ending combo, you can just heavy chain and get a passive stun, which is really nice. And you can also disable your SP1 and SP2 because her heavy has 3 hits. If you connect the first one, that disables your special 3. If you connect the second one, that disables your special 2, which allows you to build up to throw SP1s even if you have more than 1 bar of power. So that's really good. And basically all her kit is built up from the SP1. So let's see what happens here. There is 3 different spell books, as you can see, and there's a lot of combinations. So let's go for the evocation. This is the orange spell. That's how we're gonna remember it. So you have Fireball, Blizzard, and Chain Lightning. So if you do down, right, you inflict an Incinerate on the opponent. That's the Fireball. Blizzard is up, right, which this inflicts a Cold Snap effect and also a Frostbite, which is pretty good. I think that does the most damage. And then Chain Lightning is a Shock, which is up, down. So that's what you need to know. And then for the other spell books, the Transmutation, that's the utility book, man. This is just broken. So Levitate is up. This is very easy to get, and it gives you so much utility. So she gets like a passive where if she ever gets knocked down by like a heavy attack or a special, she's gonna immediately evade it, just like that. And then she also heals some of the block damage she takes, just like that, with 1 SP1 and 3 swipes. And then with Haste, which is 3 right swipes, she gets a passive unstoppable whenever she does a medium dash, just like Destroyer. And then she's also immune to reverse controls. And then with the last one, which is 3 left swipes, she gets, I think she heals some of the energy damage that she takes. And then also she gets an untouchable, which is a 30% untouchable. As you can see, the values and the potency are all 30%. So yeah, this Mora's spellbook is pretty broken in terms of utility. And then lastly, this is basically like for buff champions. So Dispel, down, up, down. It inflicts, I think you get a passive where if you're close to the opponent, you have a chance to nullify one of their buffs. And then Antipathy is from swiping right, left, right. This, I believe, inflicts a neutralize on the opponent. And then Wilt, which is left, right, left. This inflicts an atrophy debuff, which atrophy, Kindra has a lot of those. That basically reduces the opponent's buff duration. So that's what she gets from the spells. You're gonna see those better when we get into the fights. And then she gets benefits from the special too. So it gains more attack for each active spell, up to 12, as well as different effects for each category of spell that has or is tied for the highest number of active instances. So that means that, let's say you have 4 of those orange spells, 3 of the green, and 3 of the purple. That means your special 2 is going to get extra critical rating, which is really nice. That's like the damage source. Now if you have more green, you're going to get lifesteal. But what you always want to do is have them tied, because if they're tied, you're going to get all of those effects. You're going to get critical rating, you're going to get lifesteal, and you're going to reactivate the effect of each spell. So you're gonna place those debuffs again, you're gonna get your untouchable, your passive unstoppable, and all that stuff. So now before we get into the gameplay, I just want to explain what the charm debuff does. So the charm debuff is I believe a new, I don't think we've ever seen that. So it increases the potency of power steal, drain, burn effects, and also decreases the potency of power gain, energize, and inexorable effects. So it's not that big of a deal. Like, you can inflict it with your special 3 and also with your awaken ability. By the way, the awaken ability, I don't think it's much needed. As you can see, you have a different spell. You can inflict charm with just, your SP1. You don't need to go for special 3. Your spell lasts for 10 additional seconds, which is the best thing. But then whenever a buff fails on the opponent, or they are immune to a damaging effect, she instantly power steals 4% of their max power. That's not like too crazy, because it's also potency is decreased by 75 on attack. So, you know, only the additional seconds is good for the awakening ability, I would say. Alright, so now on to the gameplay. So this is 226,000 Drax, and what I'm going to show you here is I'm only going to activate those orange spells, which is basically the damaging debuffs. And then I'm going to throw the special 2, just so you can see you get increased critical chance on that special. And look at our power as well. Like, we have a special 1 a little bit before he has it. So, you know, power stealing on every single hit is definitely going to build the power super fast. So throw the SP1, and I'm doing down, right, which is Firebolt. This is the Incinerate. And now I believe I'm going to go for the Cold Snap. Yeah, Blizzard. There we go, we get a Cold Snap. So now I guess he can't evade if he wanted to. And then the last one is Chain Lightning. So this is the Shock. So now that we have all those 3, we have decent attack rating on our special 2. And then we're gonna get more critical rating because of our spells. So let's take a look at that. So, you know, we didn't crit too much, but that's definitely additional critical rating. And I believe we're gonna go for another SP2 just before we close out the fight. But you're gonna notice that she isn't really the best when it comes to, you know, small HP health pools. So yeah, she's not too great. She needs definitely to ramp up. She definitely needs to ramp up. So that's like a minute, not the best. Now moving on to this exact same fight, but now we're not gonna activate those orange spells. We're gonna activate the green spells. The green spells are the most broken ones, the utility spells. I honestly don't know how they made him so OP. So let's see what spell I decide to do. I think I'm gonna go for, yeah, I'll go for up. So this is Levitate. This is basically, look at this, I'm gonna take a heavy, boom, evade. You just can't get knocked down. She's gonna evade it just like that. And then haste right here, this is the medium unstoppable and immune to reverse controls. It's just so broken, man. Look at that, evade again. And then I think here I'm gonna choke. Yeah, I try to do left. For some reason I really have a hard time getting left. And because I failed it, it actually gives you one of the orange spells randomly. So now it inflicted a Cold Snap. You can also inflict a random from the special 1 if you double tap the block. I forgot to say that. And that is the last one, Untouchable, 30% untouchable. And now we're gonna go for our special 2, and you're gonna see we're gonna actually lifesteal. But the lifesteal isn't gonna be too strong because our hits is not gonna be too strong either, because we only have 4 spells, and you need a lot of spells to get more attack. As you can see, only 1 crit there. We did not have the additional critical rating because our highest number of spells is the green, which gives us the power steal. That's why you always want to go and even out all those spells so you can get both of those effects, or all 3 of those effects. Then one last special 2 right here, we're going to lifesteal again, and there we go. And now let's go for the third scenario. This is going to be the exact same fight, but now this is going to be with the purple spells. The purple spells, you want to activate them if someone has lots of buffs, and, you know, you're fighting Maestro or something where you need Neutralize or Atrophy. Actually, Neutralize doesn't work with Maestro. So down, up, down. This gives me the Nullify when I'm close to him. You can see I have 35 seconds. And you probably will see a Nullify happening. There we go. Atrophy is right here. The second spell. Let's see if we Nullify. We didn't Nullify yet. And that's the Neutralize. So all 3 of them are applied. Now if I go from our special 2, you're going to see that we're going to reapply those effects. There we go. It said nullified there. Okay, special 2, and as you can see, we reapply all of our Atrophy, Neutralize, we get that nullification thing up to 35 again, and that's what the special 2 does. So yeah, that's basically if you want to throw this, if you want to throw special 2s with only one of those spells. But now I want to show you what happens if you even those out. So this actually is 700k HP. I died, and it's actually perfect because he has almost 700k HP. So let's see how this fight goes. Like, let's actually see her. Let's see how she does in a fight where she actually shines. She doesn't do too well on small helpful fights. Like, yeah, in battlegrounds, I don't think she's gonna be too strong on attack. She definitely needs, I mean, this is still a 6 rank 5. I am gonna be testing a 7-star rank too. But honestly, I don't see her doing fights faster than like 80 seconds, I would say. Maybe even 100 seconds. But yeah, we'll see. So what I'm trying to do here is activate every single spell that I have. And what I like doing is going for the hardest ones first. Like, I go for left, left, left. Because if I fail it, I'm actually gonna get one of my orange spells. So you always want to get the orange spells last in case you fail one of the previous ones. Because it randomly casts one of the orange spells if you just don't do it at a correct input. And there we go, we got all of our green spells active. There we go. Now I think we're gonna start going for our purple. There we go, Wilt, that's the atrophy. It's definitely a pain to remember all those combinations. Like, it took me some time. But yeah, she's just really tough to learn. There we go. I actually missed it there. I wanted to go for a purple, but there we go. We got another fireball. Not too bad. That's why you always want to go last on those orange ones. Neutralize is in play. We got the neutralize and the atrophy. Now we need the nullify. And in this match, I'm going to show you the charm as well. And the charm actually, it acts as a purple spell, just so you know. So there's the nullify. We got 3, 3, 2. And I believe now I'm going to go for the charm. The charm is from the Sig. So there we go. Go up, down, up. This is the charm. So now we got 4 of our purple spells. Now we need to even those out. We need 2 orange and 1 green. And then we're going to get all benefits of our special 2. So there we go. We'll go for the green levitate. This gives me the evade on knockdowns and just healing block damage. Really, really good, man. It's just very strong. Super, super strong. And now because I've done fireballs, I'm going to go for the rest ones. I'm going to go for cold snap. And then I'm going to go for shock. Just, you know, even those out. And there we go. We'll go for that shock. Now we're just gonna go for our special 2. This is gonna be really good damage because we just took so much time to build up, you know. And yeah, let's just fire this off. We're gonna get all our life still, crit rating. Look at that. Really good damage, like almost all crits. And then look at this. You get to apply those incinerates, shocks, charm, neutralize, atrophy, everything. You get all of those benefits: untouchable, medium, medium, unstoppable dash. And then you just heal so much. You get untouchable. I don't know if I said that again. And then you can just keep doing that. So yeah, she is very strong when it comes to longer fights. Like, she has so much utility. Like, you literally, if you throw 3 SP1s, you heal block damage. You have a 30% chance to miss. You heal energy damage, which is like from shocks or any incinerate or something. You're immune to risk controls. You just gain so many effects. Like, you get the medium. So if you get intercepted, you're just gonna have the unstoppable like destroyer. It's or like the evade on knockdowns. Like, it's just so OP. And as you can see, 700k health pool for 2 minutes and 38. It's not too slow. It's not too slow. But yeah, Enchantress is definitely a ramp up champion. I don't think we're gonna see her in Battlegrounds on attack. I am definitely confident we're gonna see her on defense because she is a pain to fight for sure. But yeah, Enchantress, you know, reminds you of Wong, is, you know, just a ramp-up champion with tons of utility if you build up their spells. But yeah, guys, hopefully I did a good job explaining how Enchantress works. Very fun champion. Don't think she's going to be too crazy for PG's attack. Just like I said, just needs time to ramp up. And also really hard to use. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about Enchantress. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.